Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, I'm John and I'm back with another video on my channel, Musings of a Marine, live from my kitchen once again. Want to thank everybody who watched my last video, appreciate it and the likes that I got. And I'm just counting down the days to the trip to Iloilo. It's 47 days. I got a United Airlines app on my phone now to monitor all of that, and it counts down the days for me, so I don't even really have to think about it. So looking forward to it. Lots going on over there with the house and other things, and trips to make. And what I really wanted to talk about today, though, in this video is expats retiring in foreign countries. Now, again, people could say, hey, you not retired in a foreign country, what do you know about it? Well, I know the Philippines, and this video is going to be about why that's definitely a country that you should consider, and certainly would be the only one on my mind for a lot of reasons. But really what it comes down to is the term soft landing, which means what country could you retire in as an expat and adapt to the easiest. And I've watched a lot of videos on best places to retire outside of the United States if you're an American, and the advantages they have and the disadvantages. And I can tell you this, while some of them are nice places, there is certain things about the Philippines that I know that really makes it an attractive one, and particularly in Southeast Asia. I mean, I've talked on some of this stuff before, why I would prefer the Philippines, my Catholicism, obviously my wife's family is there. Those are no-brainers to me, but it goes beyond that. And I just wanted to touch on some of those things. People will make videos and disparage the women of the Philippines. Oh, a lot of them are scammers. Well, some are, but most are not. Okay, let's be honest about that. If you got scammed by somebody, well, sorry, man, but you can get scammed by a woman in your own country too. So let's be honest about that. But there are places you can go in Southeast Asia that might be cheaper, that might have nice scenery, better infrastructure, but are they really going to be easy for you to adjust? Okay, so the internet's not so good in the Philippines as maybe it is in Thailand. All right, is that all you're going to do while you're there, is go online? Okay, there isn't anything else you're going to do while you're there? You're not getting good Wi-Fi someday? You can't think of something else to do? I mean, seriously? I hope we're not all addicted to our phones that badly. But naturally, us vloggers, we're going to want to make sure we've got good Wi-Fi to make our videos. But it's not like we make them every single day. Me, it's a once a week thing. But regardless of all that, the biggest reasons why the Philippines is such a soft landing, I mean, for one thing, we have such a history here in the United States with the Philippines, going all the way back to 1898, and we've been allied nations since the Philippines became a sovereign nation in 1946. So we have that going for us first and foremost. You can go to Cambodia or Vietnam, but those countries are not democracies, and there was a negative history there at one time, and I don't know what it would really be like, and maybe some of that still applies to this day. Thailand is a good place too, but all of these countries, they don't speak English like they do in the Philippines, and a lot of their signs are not in English. In the Philippines, most of them are. You go to college in the Philippines, you're taught in English. So these are the types of things that gives the Philippines an advantage. The restaurants, the food you like to eat. You go to the Philippines, there's a Pizza Hut, a Shakey's Pizza, McDonald's, Burger King, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kenny Rogers, you name it. We don't even have a Kenny Rogers here in Michigan, okay? We never did. And if you like Jollibee, great. But, that's kind of a Western type of food for the most part anyways, with other than a handful of things they have there. So, there's all these little things that just add up and up and up, and why it's, Philippines is still cheaper to live than in the United States, I can tell you that. The only things that cost more over there are electricity and gas for the most part. And when you're in the Philippines, you don't necessarily have to drive if you want. You can take public transportation, which is still reasonably priced. And, a lot more people, are getting solar panels in their homes if you planned on living in a place, and I've checked out rental properties there too, for houses and condos, and they're still reasonably priced, much cheaper than it is here. But yeah, if you had your own place over there, you want to beat the electricity costs, put some solar panels on your house. I know people that have, and it's helped them immensely in terms of their electricity costs. But speaking of driving and gas prices, did you know that if you're an American and you go over to the Philippines, you're not required to have a Philippine driver's license initially? I'm not sure how many days you are allowed to drive in the Philippines without a Philippines driver's license, but I know it's for at least 30. And, when we're on our trip over there, we plan to rent a car and take a drive up to Rojas City and check that out, and check out a certain bar that one of my favorite vloggers, Michael Smith, talks about a lot. You probably know which one that is. You follow him. And that's on the docket. And most of the trip from Iloilo to Rojas is going to be provincial driving. And I have every intention on driving part of the way there. Just so I can say I drove in the Philippines, And yes, I do know how to drive a manual transmission if that's the car we end up with. So, no worries there. So these are the types of things that people don't stop and think about. Can you move to another country and you're allowed to drive right away? And can you even read the signs? If you're trying to get somewhere? It's like... 13 years ago when we were vacationing right around this time, and we over in Europe, and we went to Italy, and hardly anybody other than the hotel staff spoke any English over there. And if it wasn't for Filipinos that happened to be there, one young lady we met in the subway system over there telling us how to get to places, and another lady Filipino lady we met that had a restaurant one block over from the Vatican, well, we might have been lost and not know how to get anywhere. So, you have all these advantages. You don't know how to get anywhere in the Philippines, you can ask someone for directions, and the odds they speak English are incredibly good, and they'll be able to tell you how to get there if they know where that place is. Good luck with that in Thailand, Cambodia, or Vietnam, or Malaysia. That may not be the case, but in the Philippines it is. And you don't even need to learn another language if you live in the Philippines, because so many people speak English. You want to learn Tagalog or the local dialect like Hiligaynon and Iloilo? Yeah, great. Go for it. But you don't need to. And that's the thing that's just makes it all so easier. The culture is more westernized. You're going to fit in better. And I can't speak about the other countries and say yes or no to how welcoming they are. I can tell you in Europe, maybe not as much. But I can tell you this, in the Philippines, expats are very welcomed. And these are the reasons why you should consider, if you're going to retire anywhere outside the U.S. or any other country, if you're a Westerner, man, the Philippines is the first place you got to check out. And this might be like a commercial for Philippine tourism, but hey, it's just from what I personally experienced. And for people who have never been to any of these countries, I want to share that with you today. And yeah, we're going to check out Singapore when we're over there. We have plans to go visit Singapore. My wife Diana was a nanny over there for a year for a wealthy Chinese family. So I'm going to tell you, yeah, check out all these countries if you want. But I know a certain vlogger who was all mad at the Philippines, and the Filipino wife he had did him wrong apparently. And he went to another country, and he doesn't seem to be too happy over there either. So, it's what you make of it, folks. Keep that in mind too. You're going to have the good with the bad. You're going to have brownouts, and you're going to have, storms pass through. You're going to lose electricity for a while. That happens here too, okay? We didn't have air conditioning in one of the hottest weeks of the year because of a thunderstorm. We lost our air condition for 5 days. There's parts of the Detroit area where I live that lose full power for days, sometimes weeks after a strong thunderstorm. So this is not exclusive to the Philippines, let me tell you. People struggle with that. If you live on the coastal areas, they have typhoons in the Philippines that damage things and knock out power. Well, guess what? We have hurricanes here in the United States that do the same thing. Just look up what happened to some people in North Carolina in the not too recent past because of a hurricane, and in Florida too. And these are popular destinations for tourism and retirement. But they have to deal with that stuff too. So for me, we talked about it. I talked about it with my family yesterday at a family reunion. We have a house in Iloilo. This couldn't be a more softer landing for me. Okay. I already have a house. I already have a small condo. We're doing renovations on the house and adding a bedroom to it, getting a new dirty kitchen. All of these things that I can't wait to show everybody in a video. All of this is taking place. Our bathroom was redone. And if it gets too hot, we have an air-conditioned condo to go to that has a swimming pool available for us. And you can do that too. You have all these things readily available, and it's not difficult. And if you know people over there already, if you have a Filipino wife, her family is the biggest asset you can possibly have. So be good to them, and they'll be good to you. Trust me, they will. And this way, that can help your life be more easier over there too. Now, also another thing that has developed, as I understand it, that if you are married to somebody who was born in the Philippines, who was one time a citizen of the Philippines, as an American, you don't even have to renew your visa after 30 days, as I understand it. You're good to be there for a whole year, okay? I check with immigration still on that one just to make sure, and the policies do change from time to time. But this is the information that I've gotten, and boy, wouldn't that be nice for my wife Diana and I to retire over there and not even have to worry about immigration or visas or anything for an entire calendar year. Talk about a soft landing. Try doing that somewhere else. Okay? So these are just some things that were on my mind, and I wanted to share that with everybody today. And can't wait to be doing vlogs and showing videos and just showing you, what a wonderful place Iloilo is and what a great time we're going to have. And show you what a cool place Singapore is too. because that is on the itinerary. And of course, we're going to spend a couple days in Cebu when we first arrive there, because we're not going to Manila this time. And that should be a positive experience too. I've been to both airports. I like Cebu's a lot better. So, anyways, that's it. God bless everybody. I just wanted to share this with everyone. There's a lot going on right now in the Philippines that concerns my wife and I, and some other things going on that need to be tended to. And I'm just looking forward to it. But just wanted to let everybody know that it's a great place to start if you're going to try living in Southeast Asia. The Philippines is the place to start. At least it's that, if nothing more. So, I'm John. Take care. Semper Fi.